Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your teacher Usman Ali, and we are here to discuss the second part of numerical number one. Now, obviously, you have watched a video of numerical one part A before this. If you have not, then pause this video and go back and watch that video first, and then come back and watch this video. Okay, so this is the numerical one part B, and the numerical is related to the cross interest arbitrage. So part B says assume all proceedings, okay, all of the preceding information with this expectation that that the Blue Demon Bank expect that the peso to appreciate. In the previous part it was like depreciate, and now the foreign currency, which is Mexican peso, will appreciate from its present spot of 0.15 to 0.17. So there is a slight change here in 30 days. So in 10 days it's it was expected to depreciate 10 days, and now the number of days are 30 and we expect it to appreciate. So these are the two differences. The rest of the numerical remains same. Okay, so in this situation, in our part number B, the spot rate is 1 Mexican peso is equal to $0.15, and then the forward rate after 30 days is expected to be 1 Mexican peso is equal to $0.17 actually. Now if the foreign currency is appreciating against our local currency, so appreciate against our local currency, then we're gonna apply lending rule, which means we will invest money in Mexican peso. In the previous part or previous video, we borrowed money in Mexican peso. This numerical, we're gonna invest money in Mexican peso. So let's solve this. Okay, we are doing the same numerical 1, but this time we are solving part A of this numerical actually. Okay, now what we will do, step number 1. If I am investing money in Mexican peso in this numerical, then I have to take loan in American dollars actually. Okay, so I will write here borrow in USD. How much must be borrowed? We will borrow 10 million US dollars. Okay, how did I know 10 million US dollar? Because of the question actually. Okay, if you see here, it says the borrowing capacity is either $10 million or 70 million peso. So I will borrow 10 million US dollars. Now obviously I borrowed this money because I wanted to invest this money in Mexican peso. So first, in order to invest, we will convert this 10 million USD into peso first, and the conversion rate is 1 Mexican peso today is $0.15. If I convert that into P by Q form actually, so I will write here dollar divided by Mexican peso is equal to 0.15. Let's apply the rule. The rule was currency in hand must be written at the bottom. We have dollars in hand actually, so it must be brought down, reversal. When I reverse this thing would become Mexican peso divided by dollar is equal to 0.15, but it will be like 1 divided by 0.15. This is how you will do it actually. Okay, when you do the division of this thing, so the overall exchange rate would become $1 is equal to 6.666666, and it will continue. So I will just put a rounded figure 7 here then. So our $10 million will be equal to the quantity, which is 10 million, multiplied by the exchange rate copied from the top. Okay, when you multiply that, you will get 6,66,666,666.67 Mexican peso. Okay, we got this money. What should I do with that? I will do the same thing which I plan to do. I plan to invest money in Mexican peso actually. So let's invest. So what I will do, I will deposit the money in Mexican bank. When I deposit the money, how much will be my present value? 66 million, 6 lakh, and this story of 666, huh? And then the deposit would be made for 30 days. That's the life. And the interest rate that will be offered to me, if it is a deposit rate to Mexican peso, so Mexican peso deposit rate or lending rate is 8.5%. So we're going to receive 8.5% profit. So I have invested the money. What should I do now? I can do nothing for those 30 days. The only thing I can do is wait for 30 days to pass on. And once the 30 days are done, then I move toward my fifth step, which is actually I will go to the bank, Mexican bank, and I will receive my money after 30 days. Okay, how much money I will receive? Future value is equal to present value, 1 plus interest divided by 360. Now you do know why I'm dividing it by 360, because the interest rate is annual and investment period is not annual. And I would recommend, if in the question, if like 30 days are given, so you like use the days calculation, do not use the years calculation. So I invested this much with the bank, and the bank promised that I will give you 8.5% profit. So obviously that interest rate will be divided by 360, and then we're gonna take the power 30 because the investment is done for 30 days. So 0.085 will be divided by 360. Whatever answer I get, I will plus it with 1, and then I will take the power 30. Okay, so I will not do this calculation. You can do it yourself. I will just directly write the answer so that your MBs can be saved, and the answer would be 1.0071076039. Okay, when you multiply that, we get a value of Mexican peso 67,140,000. Okay, and 506.93. This is the money that I will receive from the Mexican bank after 30 days. Now what should I do with this money? Okay, I'm an American guy and I took a loan in American dollars. So I will reconvert this back to dollars, and I will finish the liability, and then we will see if I am left with something in my hand after the payment of the loan or not. Okay, so let's go to step number 6. The objective in step number 6 would be actually to convert this Mexican peso that I have just received into dollars, and it's after 30 days. So after 30 days, the forward rate will be applied, which was $0.17. Okay, so 1 Mexican peso is equal to 0.17. Currency in hand must be written at the bottom. For that rule, I will write it like this: dollar divided by Mexican peso is equal to 0.17. So currency in hand we have is this 67 million Mexican peso that we received actually from the bank. This is in hand. I want to convert this. So Mexican peso is already at the bottom. Nothing to worry about actually. So let's continue with the numerical then. So if one Mexican peso is this much, then our total value of 67,140,506.93 Mexican peso will be equal to quantity, which is the same value, multiply by the rate, that's 0.17. When you multiply this, so you get a value of 11,413,000 and 886.18 USD. This is the money you received. Okay, so what you will do with this money? First, you will return the loan. Okay, so I will go to step 7. I will return the loan. Now in order to know how much money must be paid, we will do again the future value calculation. 1 plus interest divided by 360 power n. So what was the loan amount? The loan amount was $10 million. We took a loan in step number 1. The interest rate will be the borrowing rate of USD. The USD borrowing rate is 8.3%. So the interest rate is 0.083 and then divided by 360 power 30 days. So 0.083 will be divided by 360. The answer will be plus with 1 and then I will take the power 30. So I will write the summarized value of the whole process I just explained. 10 million will be multiplied with 1.006939 and 6715. So when I multiply that, I will get 10,069,396.72 dollars. This is the rounded value which must be paid back, okay, to the bank to finish the liability. Once I finish it, then I want to know that how much I ended up extra. So that would be cash inflows minus the cash outflow, and eventually it's gonna tell me how much is my gain or losses actually. So the money that I received from the bank in terms of dollar was this 11,413,886 rounded figure. And how much money I paid to the bank? I paid to the bank 10,069,396. Both of the values are actually rounded values, okay? So once I subtract it, I will get a difference of 1,344,490 dollars, which is a gain I will receive because of the interest and conversions and all these collectively. So ladies and gentlemen, this is actually the part B of the question, okay? The numerical 1 part number B, we just solved it here, okay? And I just made a small mistake, ladies and gentlemen. It was not part part A, it was part B, okay? Although I was using BB, but mistakenly I wrote here A. Okay, so let me conclude this thing. The conclusion of this thing is that this is how you can make profit. We did the numerical in 2 parts. Part A, we learned borrowing rule, and part B, we learned the lending rule. And ladies and gentlemen, the same techniques, the technique remain constant for the rest of the numericals as well. So you would be in a position to solve other numericals by yourself too. One thing I just want to discuss before I sign off is maybe some of you are thinking that this is what I expected, that from point 15 it will go to point 17 and from point 15 it will go to point 14. What if this thing does not happen? Then how can I make sure that whatever investment I have made, it is secure and no such unexpected thing happens? So if today, let's say I had invested money here in my part B in Mexican peso and I expect it to go to 0.17, but I am not sure for that. So what I can do is that I can take help from forward contracts. I can sign a forward contract and I can fix the price of the Mexican peso equal to this much dollars, okay, if it is the future expectation for 30 days. Now, how to fix that, how to sign that contract, what extra calculations will be done related to that contract, that's not our today's scope. Okay, we will study that in the chapter number 5, 6 and other chapters actually, okay? But we can fix the values of currencies if there is risk involved in the future, okay? Or if we want to decrease the level of uncertainty, we can fix this price. And then no matter whatever happens in the real life when that time comes, so we are not concerned with that then, or we will not be negatively affected with that thing. So that's it. The covered interest arbitrage, borrowing and lending rule numericals. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe.